Well, 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 what do you know? Apple shoots down Beeper just like it did Sunbird. I think at this point, I think Apple is trolling all of us. All of us. That's exactly what they're doing. Because as soon as Carl Pei comes out and announces that the Beeper team, that the Nothing team is pairing up with Sunbird, and they're coming out with Nothing chats that will allow Android and iPhone messaging with Blue Bubbles. Everybody rejoiced. It was celebrated. I made a ton of videos about it, congratulating them and saying, wow, this is a revelation. Holy crap. And the day after, Nothing releases Nothing chats. Apple shoots down and basically cuts the connection, right? Now, what they did was Apple and their developers can figure out the server connection between, because Nothing was going through Sunbird was going through their server connections and routing it through a physical Mac Mini at some warehouse. Anyways, long story short, Apple found that connection, whether it be the MAC addresses or the IP address, and cut the connection. So that went down the drain. Beeper comes out. Now, Beeper has been around for a while, and I do have a fix for you that is working. So stick around. Beeper comes out and releases, makes a statement saying Beeper Mini is coming out, and it's not just in invite or in beta. It's going to be available for everyone, because one thing with Nothing Chats, you had to have a Nothing phone 2 for that to work, right? And Beeper Mini, the team at Beeper are saying their new app, Beeper Mini, was going to be available for everyone, not just Nothing Phone 2 users. And all you needed was a phone number to sign up, because in Nothing Chats, you had to sign into an Apple ID and that whole deal, right? So Beeper Mini was like, wow, it caught a lot of people off guard, and everybody was very excited about it. Apple let that ride for a few days and then shot that down. So somehow Apple's finding out where these companies, Beeper and Sunbird, are routing the messages through, and they're basically disconnecting that connection or server connection. However they're routing it, Apple's finding out and cutting it. Now, does Beeper Mini want to continue finding a fix for it? They've come out and said, the Beeper CEO was interviewed and was quoted as saying, yes, because he was basically flat out asked, did Apple break this connection? Was it due to Apple? And he said yes. All indicators point to yes. So that makes me wonder, do they want to continue? But he did say they are working on a fix and look for a quick turnaround. But if you're the team at Beeper, do you want to continue to find another route, meaning they just have to find another way to route? And I'm sure they know, they just have to find the right connection. They're going to have to reroute server access, but then here's the deal: Apple's gonna they'll let it run for a day or two, and they'll find out where they are routing this to and from, and cut that connection. And then Beeper Mini team is gonna come back and find another route, and then Apple's gonna cut that one, and another one, and another one. So it's basically a cat and mouse game back and forth, right? Do they want to continue doing that? I don't know if it's worth it. If you're just gonna be, just going forever. Well, now, Beeper CEO Eric Makovsky said his app makes it more secure. He doesn't know why Apple is doing this. Well, we know why Apple is doing this, because they're trolling all of us, because they're dickheads, right? Because even when Apple integrates RCS into iMessage, which they've announced, and I did give them praise, that is big news. Here's the issue. Yeah, you'll get clear videos. Yes, you'll get clear picture messaging and all that stuff. But the message from an Android user to an iPhone user is still going to be green. Still going to have green bubbles. Beeper not only integrated the bubbles, so all messages from Android to iPhone would be blue bubbles, just like an iPhone to iPhone. Not only that, but Beeper was encrypting the messages from Android to iPhone. You see, when iPhone messages another iPhone, those messages are encrypted. When an iPhone user messages an Android, it is not encrypted. They are unencrypted. Beeper not only made the bubbles blue, but they also encrypted the messaging between iPhone and Android. So, Apple's basically trolling all of us, trolling Sunbird, trolling Beeper. It is what it is, right? But I don't care. I'm reporting on it because I know there are a lot of people out there that it is important to, that do get annoyed by it. Look, most everybody I know and or communicate with has an Android, so what do I care? But I do have a fix for you. The OG Beeper came out with Beeper Mini. It was a standalone app. Well, Beeper, the desktop client, is still working. Now, that is beta and it's invite only. However, I have an invite link for you. I don't know why I'm whispering. If you still want to have messaging work between Android and iPhone, if you still want blue bubbles between Android and iPhone, if you still want your messages encrypted through Android and iPhone, I have an invite link for you. Now, not only is Beeper desktop client cool, I personally got invited. I sent an application, I think about a year ago. They invited me. I checked it out. I messed around with it for a day or two, and then I never used it again. No big reason, but I just don't simply use it. But the Beeper desktop client is cool because you can, let's see here. You can integrate, let's see here. Hang on. Okay, so the Beeper desktop client, here's what it was specifically made for. Take all your messaging apps, all of them, and combine them into one app. That's what the OG Beeper was made for, right? Because look, I'm looking at it up front. You can integrate WhatsApp, Instagram, iMessage, Twitter, Google Chat, LinkedIn, Facebook, Signal, Telegram, Google Messages, Slack, and Discord. Whenever those are apps you can integrate into Beeper. So when somebody messages you on Telegram, it'll show up here on Beeper. If somebody messages you, if you get a DM on Instagram, it'll show up on Beeper. So it centralizes all of your messaging into one app. Now, the cool thing is that once you set it up on your desktop with our invite link, I don't know if I'm supposed to be sharing it out in the public like this, but oh well. Once you set it up on your desktop, you can actually run it off your phone. You can pair your phone with the desktop client, and a QR code will pop up. You scan the QR code with your phone, and then you can use your phone for all the messaging. It'll download the app on your phone, and then you can basically use it on here. So what you got to do is, with the link in our description box, it's a special invite link. Now, I don't get any kickbacks or it's not an affiliate link. It's just to invite your friends because I've had access for so long. But what Beeper doesn't know is that I'm going to give access to, what do we have, like 50,000 subscribers. So lucky you, if you still want a messaging client that does work and integrate. I was just on their update page, and they just put an update out about 6 hours ago saying, hey, the desktop client still works for iMessaging between Android and iPhone. Be my guest. Go down to the description box, take that invite link. You have to open it on a desktop. So you have to set it up on your desktop first, and then you can link your phone to it. But it's cool because you can leave once you set it up on your desktop and everything and link your phone. You do not have to have your desktop everywhere you go to get the messages. You can set it up. Let's say you're in San Antonio. You can set it up on your desktop in San Antonio, pair your phone, and then you could leave your desktop at home. You could go to Houston for the weekend while you're still using the beeper because you linked your phone to the desktop client, and then it'll route. You can still message as normal, as it was supposed to be, right? So it is what it is. We got the new studio set up here, sort of. It is what it is. But we'll be back. I skipped a day yesterday just because I was getting the setup. But we'll be back on our daily update, daily upload. And I will see y'all tomorrow. If you have any questions whatsoever, please hit me up in the comments. My contact information is in the description box as well. If you need to get a hold of me for whatever reason, you got a question, you need more information, let me know. I check our comments every day. So let me know what you think and if you were able to set it up. It's been over a year since I've set this up, but I mean, looks pretty easy. But if you got any questions, give me a holler. You know where to find me, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace out.